Hi there. My name is Drew, and if we haven't met before, welcome to ReadyBudgetGo. If this isn't your first visit, welcome back. Either way, I'm glad you're here. It's Tuesday, so I've got about $200 to save, and I'm going to split that between the Celebration Savings Book and the Green Lantern binder. I'll finish out January, and then everything else will go into the Batman binder in my regular savings challenges. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go! Okay, first up is the Green Lantern binder, and we're doing Celebration Savings. We're in January, and this is the week to finish it, so I'm going to do the rest of the scratchers. I'm going to roll a d6 3 times, and then I'll fill in a couple of the champagne flutes. So let me get to scratching here first of all. So we've got 2, 6, and 3. So that is going to be $11 to start us out. And I'm just going to clean all these off here. Make them nice and even because all the others are. Okay. Vacuum the residue here. All right, so $11. And just so I don't forget, I'm going to take the money out now. And I'm also going to take out, actually I'm going to put the 10 back and grab a 20. And that'll be for the 2 champagne flutes, $5 each, so another 10, so 21 so far. Use this pen here to color these in. This is probably the pen I should have been using all along. It took me all month to find it as I went through one pale yellow color after another. Finally found the one that actually looks like champagne. Okay, so that is done and paid for. So now I need 3d6 dice rolls. So let me set up the dice tower here and get out a d6 from somewhere. I had all my dice out, but they walked away. Oh, let's see. There they are. Okay, prepared as always. So we've got a 2, a 6, and a 1. So let's write in 2, 6, and 1. So that's another $9. So if I put back this 1 and take out a 10, that will give me $30 for the week. And let's see how January finished. So in January, $232. And I am going to paperclip that. No, I'm not, because the paper clips are buried right now. But before we start with February, I will paperclip that so that I know how much was for January. All right. So that is done. Let me put the Green Lantern book away. And I need to get out my little logbook here. Of course, I didn't write in all the different challenges. So I'm just going to, oh no, I did write out all the challenges. Gosh, look at me, planning ahead, like I knew what I was doing. Okay, so Celebration's got 30. $50 will be for the paint by sticker tomorrow. And now let's go on to, let's go on to the Batman binder. And first up, we have the pick a number between 1 and 40. And I am going to pick 40 because it's always 40, right? I mean, eventually it kind of has to be. So $40 is going to go into this challenge. And let's see what we can condense here. So this challenge has 100, 200, 300, nope, 100, 250, 70, 90, 310, 320. So I'm going to take all of this for a 100 placeholder. Get out this binder here and take out another Barracuda. Sea Life placeholders are available on my Etsy shop. This challenge is from Eva at Budget Your Life. If you know the story between her and I and, well, everybody else who goes to her lives and the number 40, then you know. All right. And the best part is I'm using, well, I started using dry erase, so I can do this challenge again and again and again, and it's always going to be 40. All right, up next we have this Undersea challenge. This is by April at April's Fresh Start. This was given to me by Kimmy over at Kimmy's Corner. Number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll scratch right here. It's going to get $5 this week. So $5 will go in. Let's see what else is in the envelope. So 50, 5, 60, 2, and 4. So 2 5s for a 10. This is a $75 challenge, so these next 3 numbers should be relatively small. Or one's going to be huge and the other 2 will be tiny. Either way. Okay. So that was $5. Now we have 2026. This was the challenge that I gave away for New Year's 2026. I am just going around the racetracks right now. Next time through, I'll start filling in the numbers. Go. $20 will go in. Let's see what's already in here. So we have 100, 200, 20, and 40. I'm going to swap this 100 for another Barracuda, because I know I have one. There we go. Okay, 240. Make sure that's correct. 60, yep. Okay. Up next is the 7 Virtues and 7 Sins, and I need to get those out because I didn't before I started, so as always, preparation needs some help. But I'll get those out and we'll get going on this challenge. All right, here we are with the 7 Heavenly Virtues and 7 Deadly Sins. Let me give the die a roll. Number 6, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And roll for heads or tails. Even, so we are doing the Heavenly Virtues side, and we're scratching number 2. So this is humility, represented by the donkey. And another 5. So 5 might be the theme tonight, or today rather. Okay, so $5. Clean that off. Set these aside. And see if we can condense. Don't know that we can. Oh yeah, 2 5s for a 10. And I'm going to swap out that 100 for a Barracuda, and I'm just going to keep doing that until I run out of Barracudas. Got a few more in here. Go. Okay, so 111 so far. That is a $525 challenge. Totally 80s is next, so let me get these out. Okay. And I need a D10. So back into the bag o' dice here. There's the D10. Number 8. 1, 2. Nope, that was right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is take a chill pill. Number 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll scratch this first one to reveal $1 going into the 80s challenge this week. Every dollar counts. This is a $500 challenge altogether. It's available on my Etsy shop. And it looks like there's already a 1 in here, so I'm going to consolidate that for a 2. And so far, this challenge has 100, 5, 7, 9. So we'll swap that 100 for another Barracuda. Okay, so the 7 virtues was 5, the 80s was 1. Up next is going to be destination savings. So let's get these cards out and see where we're headed this week. We are going to Cairo, Eva's favorite. And in Cairo, we are going to pay for sightseeing for $9. So I'm doing the most expensive one this time through. Last time I rolled a die. This time I'm doing the most expensive one. And I see there's a 1 in here already, and it looks like maybe a 10, so I should be able to swap. Yep. So we're going to take the 10 and the 1 for a 20. This is a $500 challenge, and so far we've got 150, 70, 90. So it's coming along nicely. Okay. Next will be Save the Plates. This week we are going to California. My mother was born in California. Well, born and raised, mostly in California. And we are going to do number 1. So it'll be a 5. And I think for this one, I am just going to use the... Well, I'd really rather have a darker blue or black. I can't remember if California numbers are dark blue or black. So I'm going to use the darkest blue I have, which I think is this one. And I'll fill this in as best I can. As I always say, coloring is not my strong suit. And it never has been. Ever since I was a little child. I just never developed that, and see, there I go, outside the lines. I just never developed that fine motor skill of being able to hold a pen steady and get it to go where I want it to go. Okay. I always think these pens cap on the back too, and they don't. All right, so $5 is going to go in to Save the Plates. And so far in this challenge, we have 50, 75. California will go back into the mix on the bottom. This is a $1,500 challenge, so this one's going to be with us for a while. Next month, I have more money to save, so I'll probably do 2 or 3 of these each week, maybe even more. We'll see. Okay. So Save the Plates was 5. Destination Savings was 9. Up next is going to be Save by Color. So let me get all of these out. And we'll put the binder away for just a moment here. Somewhere. Here we go. So purple, blue, orange. That would be green, yellow, orange, and red. Make sure everything's in view here. Get out the rainbow colored dice. I'm going to roll all of these and then save whatever each color demands that I save. So here we go. Some high, some low. Not too bad. All right, so red is going to be a 6. Orange is also a 6. Yellow is a 3. Green is a 3. Blue is a 4. Last 4 for blue. And purple is a 1. Thank you, purple. So we've got 10, 23 going in this week. Let me gather all these up here. When you do them on this side, all in, it saves $1,008. On the other side, which has half as many numbers, it's 504. All right. Oops, one too far. So Save by Color needs 23. 22 and 3. Let's see what we can condense, if anything. 20, 40, 2 and 1. All right, so in this challenge so far, we have 100, 200, 300, 20, oh, no, 300, and 50, 70, 90, 5, 97, 99, 401. So I'm going to take all this business back, and we'll put in the last Barracuda placeholder, which is just as well, because the next placeholder that I get for this will be a lionfish, or a crab rather, and that will be for $500. I've got those at the ready too. Oh, I've got one more after this. All right, so we can get one more Barracuda placeholder after this one. So $401 into the Save by Color, so almost halfway there, not doing too bad. Okay, so that was $23. Now it's time for rainbow dice, which is not these, it's the other set of rainbow dice. So let me put these aside, and we'll get those out. This has a purple D3, a blue D4, a green D6, a yellow D8, an orange D10, and a red D12. So those are all rolled, and now let's get out the rainbow dice trackers here. Okay, so the D3 is 1. The D4 is 2. That was last week's. The D6 is 5. The D8 is 3. The D10 is 9. And the D12 is 5. Okay. So all in, I need $10, $13, $22, $24, $25 for this one. And let's see how much is in here. So 50, 70, 85. Not too bad. Some weeks we've gotten really low numbers in that one. All right. So let me put these away. If you order the rainbow dice from me on Etsy, you can get these dice with it, and you can also get the regular set of D6s if you'd rather play that way, or you can get both sets. Either way. Okay, so that was $25 in rainbow dice. Up next is Corny Sayings, and this one I'm just rolling a D6, and I'm only doing 1. We're working on See You Later Roller Skater. And it looks like this week I'm going to save $6. Ooh, okay. So 5 and 6. And this envelope has more than what's on this tracker because there were others that I was doing beforehand. I started doing all of them, and then I decided I was going to focus on only doing one at a time. So far, this challenge has 100, 20, 35, 37, 38. Okay. Just write that down real quick. Got to make sure that I save at least $250 and that I know exactly how much I do need to save. Up next is the 12 Days of Christmas, and so I will be using my actual scratchers, which are over here. Here they are. And for this one, I'm using the 6 through 12 die because numbers 1 through, or the 7 through 12 die, because numbers 1 through 6 are already done. Number 12, so that is going to be the drummer's drumming. And for this one, we're going to scratch number. I should be rolling a higher die, but that's okay. Number 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. $8. Okay. So 5, 7, 8. Set these aside. Dashboard off here. There we go. 5, 7, 8. So far this challenge has in it 100, 200, 300, and 50, 5, 57, 59, 61, 62. So I'm going to take back a 5, 2 2s, and a 1 for a 10. So still 362. We are still plodding along. This is also available on my Etsy shop. Last up is going to, well, no, maybe not last. It's 12 face cards. We've got the Sparkle Savings Challenge after this, but let me record the 8 for the 12 days of Christmas. Okay, 12 face cards. So this one I need to roll a legitimate D12. There we go. Number 12. And so that will be the King of Clubs, Alexander the Great. There's only 2 left on here. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. That will be $5 this week. Okay, clean that up. $5 will go in. So far, 550, 65, 71. So I'll take the 10 and 2 5s for a 20. And despite the fact that I am very close to finishing Alexander the Great, the King of Clubs, there is a lot more left to play in this. This game should, or this challenge should save over $2,000 total. All right, so that was a 5. So let me add up real quick and see where I am as far as savings for the week. So we have 50, 30, 40, 5, 20, 5, 1, 9, 5, 23, 25, 6, 8, and 5. $232. So I am going to mark off a 20 in the Sparkle Savings, and that'll get us to 252 for the week. Just take everything out. Why not? Okay. So those are the blues. Mark one off. $20 is going to go in. So far in this challenge, that is all upside down, we have saved 500, 600, 700, 800, and 50, 70, 95. 895. And this is a $1,500 challenge. Whoops, backward. There we go. Okay, so that is it for the binder. We have done all the saving. We have done all the condensing. Let me just note in here that this got $20 and total is $252. So that is what I will save this week toward my emergency fund. If you want to see how everything shakes out in all my savings accounts, tune in on Friday for the weekly reel. Tomorrow I'll be back with the My Money relaunch and this week's topic, and so be sure to tune in for that. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment below. And until I do see you in the next one, take care.